Alright, we got another cool one today. We're taking a look at Vampire Reanimator. This is a pretty narrow offshoot of the Reanimate decks that are using Reanimate, which now comes to us in the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, not bonus sheet, but the most wanted set. Yeah, so we basically get to use this card. This is what coined the Reanimator archetype. And we're comboing this enabler with Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. Both of these cards, which are going to allow us to get vampires onto the battlefield sooner than we're supposed to be able to. We're going to look to get Olivia Crimson Blade onto the battlefield primarily here. When she ETBs, she does have haste, which is notable. You get to return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. When you do not control a legendary vampire, you exile that creature. So as long as we can keep Olivia on the battlefield, our really big vampires will be able to stick around. Some of the things that we want to be able to keep around are Vein Ripper, flying, ward sack a creature. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This thing's pretty solid to get onto the battlefield. Either we get it out just straight up through Sorin, or we have Olivia reanimate it. We additionally have the Haunt of Hightower, another vampire that can be put in with Sorin. That is a discard synergy and also gets bigger when your opponent puts things into their graveyard, whether that be through chump blocking, fetch lands, or any of their own kind of enabling of the graveyard. There's a lot of Reanimate decks around now, so this hopefully will be a good card to play. And of course, because Trax is just a good card to have in the battlefield, given that she's got a lifelink death touch, gets us a bunch of cards. We have 2 Traxes in here as well, even though she doesn't go with the Sorin Vampire synergy. Other than this, we run Demonic Tutor, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, not Lightning Bolt, Faithless Looting here in order to kind of draw discard cards. Insolent Neonate is a discard fodder that also allows us to loot, essentially, so both it can help us get things into the graveyard at instant speed, and also it is a card advantage when we need it. And then finally, to enable things getting out earlier, we do have Dark Ritual for the turn 1 Sorin activation if it comes up. We're pretty much just Rakdos. Other than that, our land base does not allow us to actually cast Atraxa, so we will always be discarding her to Fable, Faithless Looting, Insolent Neonate, or when we discard to hand size. And that's the Vampire Reanimator deck in a nutshell here. Should be a pretty quick and fun one. Slight variation on the Reanimator synergy, and we also get to use Sorin as well, which is always a very, very fun time. Before we hop into the games, make sure to like and comment. Those help me out a lot. Subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you in round 1. Alright, here's round 1 after kind of a while in the waiting here. We see Insolent Neonate and Sorin. Unfortunately, nothing to put in with Sorin and no acceleration into Sorin. I'm going to mulligan one looking for a thing like an Olivia. That's perfect. We could go turn 2 Demonic Tutor into turn 3 Sorin, which I do like very much. I suppose maybe it's actually we just put in a Vein Ripper. We can get everything into the graveyard if we just put away a land and then draw one. So let's just play for the ultimate best hand that we could possibly have here. The Thoughtseize here. That's unfortunate. Probably takes Demonic Tutor since they might not know what we're up to. Let's see if we get it. Kind of an awkward situation here. They have the ability to pretty much do anything to me here. It's another Olivia. That's unfortunate. Let's get a Surveil in. We're looking for another land here, which we do find. We'll see if they have backup Thoughtseize here to take the Demonic Tutor. Duress, alright, they will take it. Alright, and a Strike It Rich, so they are doing their thing, and we're just chilling here, putting a Swamp. And, if it comes down to it, we are happy to just cast a 6-drop. Our 6-drops should be pretty solid and able to be evasive. It's a DRC, so we might need to worry about a somewhat quick clock. This is not too bad. So we can get a Vein Ripper into the graveyard. Let's see if this goblin gets to stick around. We're definitely discarding 2 on our next turn. We'll see if what we draw is worth keeping. Strike It Rich again, sure. Looks like a more of a setup turn for them this time, which is great for me. And yeah, they definitely don't want to be attacking into that here. We will discard 2 cards. It'll be 1 Olivia, 1 Vein Ripper, which they both have seen so far. And this could be Bloodstained Mire into Faithless Looting into another interesting card. I think Lightning Bolt we eventually do want to get rid of. We'll get rid of Faithless Looting and Vein Ripper number 2, I guess. Or no, we'll get rid of the Olivia. We have Reanimates. And then I think we go Faithless Looting again here off of the Bloodstained Mire. We'll find black. Then go Faithless Looting. Draw 2, discard 2 again. Happy getting rid of the Lightning Bolt if it comes down to it. We'll get rid of a Vein Ripper and probably this Blood Crypt. Though if I keep the Blood Crypt, I'm only 1... Oh, if I keep the Blood Crypt, I can just play Vein Ripper next turn, which is really good. So we'll move to combat, attack in. I assume they won't be blocking. Unless they spend their last treasures for a Bowmaster. Nice, they don't do that. Polluted Delta. And there is their Luris. They can replay Polluted Delta and this DRC. Alright, so there goes Fable. We can now start copying Vein Rippers, which is cool. Let's make red mana with this guy, and then here's a Vein Ripper. Auto pay. And perfect. So we definitely swing in here, see if they'd like to make any sort of trades. I think they definitely do not want to. And now they got to deal with a 2-turn clock out of my Vein Ripper. Nice, that's perfect. So Blood Crypt will stay in the hand. No attacks, alright. Well, here we'll go with another Fable. And I guess we'll just make a copy of a Vein Ripper. And let's see if they'd like to do anything about that. I'll move to combat here, and we'll attack in for 12. Will there be a block? And it looks like we just have it off of the Reflection Copying Vein Ripper. Pretty sweet. That is round 1 in the bag, taking that win. Here comes round 2. Okay, here is round 2. This time we do have the early Sorin. We might need to end up having this come down turn 2, unfortunately, since we're going to need probably Insolent Neonate to help me draw a card. We're going to keep this hand, though. I suppose we'll shock to get this out early, then we can decide what to do after the fact. See what this first draw is. If we can find a good vampire, then our acceleration is going to help us win. Cleric class, sure. And we hit Reanimate, which is good if this was a situation that allowed things to happen. No hits here, unfortunate. We'll drop off Lightning Bolt and Dark Ritual number 2, I think. Though I am kind of interested in bolting some of the creatures that they're going to have. I think I just get rid of double Dark Ritual here and then play off my Raucous Theater. This does mean that we may be in a weird situation here on turn 3 where we need to pass and wait till turn 4. We're going to have good... Oh, Impassioned Order. Not really the card that I thought I'd be playing against. We're going to save maybe the Lightning Bolt for whatever they decide to play off top of the Impassioned Order. And then here is a Vampire that we would definitely like to play. So we'll hold that till we draw it next turn and then go Sorin into Haunted Hightower. With only 3 lands, I think that's a pretty darn good turn. Let's see what the play is here. Voice of the Blessed. We definitely kill Voice of the Blessed right away. Probably want to keep our 4 lightning bolts for 4 Voice of the Blessed, I suppose. Counter target spell, we will pay the 1. They can gain the life, we don't mind. And then we'll just not take blocks here. And let's move to our turn here. So this will be Sorin. Sorin will minus, putting Haunted the High Tower onto the battlefield. And then we can move into attack. End turn. So we definitely block with Haunt here. It's going to be another Voice of the Blessed. Next turn we hopefully can kill that. I'm praying. Yep, there they go. And the last card, not a creature, thankfully. Alright, cool. So we'll go ahead and probably just give this guy lifelink. We can shock the Voice of the Blessed, or kill it, I guess. We have to put a counter onto the Haunt. And then I suppose we could just take their Voice of the Blessed pre-combat and then start to grow that thing as well. Alright, so our Rakdos deck kind of turned into a Mardu deck, as we were going to be able to absorb these 2 Voices of the Blessed with Reanimate. Pretty cool. It's always really nice to reanimate your opponent's creatures, since this card is so powerful that it is basically able to target any graveyard. So that's always really nice. Either way, good round 2. Let's hop into round 3. Alright, this is round 3. We have Sorin option and Reanimate option, which is pretty cool. Hopefully these lightning bolts will be good for early game disruption, and we'll drop out this Insolent Neonate. Can always activate that at any time once it resolves, which is cool. Looking to see opponent's first play here. Hopefully they will not rope us too long here. Last game was a pretty good early start from us. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to add it to the recording here because, well, unfortunately they decided to rope us out. So we're back in here against what possibly could be blue light control. We're going to attack in. See what they decide to do here. I think we're going to get our damage in, and we're going to play an Insolent Neonate. 2 draws, 2 loots, that is, on demand. Possibly setting up a Reanimate. We'll wait to pop those before they commit their mana to the board. And ideally by then I'll have drawn something that is worthy of discarding. It's going to be a Brainstorm to start off. Okay. Sometimes this means blue-black, sometimes this means they're just going to draw a bunch of cards. We'll pass it on. Alright, I guess it's just going to be a top land here. I'll take my turn here. And we do have the ability to go Sorin now, I guess. Let's attempt it, see if this is Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce really does blow me out here, which sucks, but, you know, we're going to send. Hopefully that's just a card draw spell, thank God. We're going to plus here, gain some life back. That'll help pad our next Reanimate, and we'll get in there. Opponent down to 15, us up to 22. They have Brainstorm. We gotta watch out for our good old friend, the Orcish Bowmaster, as well. Polluted Delta, alright. They could be Death's Shadow based on the way that they are tanking their life total. Gonna keep an eye out for that. I think if it was Death's Shadow, that would have been a shock land, so probably don't need to worry about that. And maybe Sorin dies here. That'd be unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Sorin does turn our top decks into just cards on the battlefield, which is great. Move to my turn here, it's just a Polluted Delta. We're going to continue to plus. Let's get some damage down here. Now both of these will require 2 Bowmasters to come down. See if this resolves. Looks like that will be Swords to Plowshares on this one, so I will activate, discarding the Lightning Bolt. See what we can draw here. Just a land, so sad. Alright. Well, we'll get in here for 2 damage still. And then I think we'll find a Surveil land looking to bin something. Alright, we'll wait till they declare blocks here. And do I make this trade? Oh, they're actually going to go ahead and do it like this. Well, I think I will just let this happen then, because that is a free 2 for 1. They were trying to play around my next Lightning Bolt, but that honestly is not really bad for me. We'll go ahead and try to find something to surveil here. Looking to surveil into the graveyard. Unfortunately, don't find what we want, and I think our Sorin comes back to hand this next turn. Lightning Bolt cannot take out Sorin yet. It may not matter, though. Oh, they actually 0 him. That's really interesting. So I am just able to take out, to ferry this turn. Suppose that's pretty decent. Turns off some of their flash capabilities. And, yep, we will decline and pass. Our graveyard has 1 creature that could be targeted. Theirs has also a creature that could be targeted. We will remember to think about that. It's Demonic Tutor now, probably for something that kills Sorin or for a Thoughtseize. Maybe they get a land, who knows. And we find our own Demonic Tutor here, which is great. So we'll do this. We're going to look for, I think probably just Haunt. Okay, I'm surprised that that opponent just gives that one up here. Honestly, not a very satisfying game to get my diamond rank up on, but we will take it. This recording was only 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and record 1 more for round 3. That wasn't really that much of a game, honestly. We kind of just stared at each other till both of us resolved the Demonic Tutor and they decided that they couldn't win. Kind of weird. I think if the queue doesn't take longer than 15 seconds, we should be able to keep on going. Otherwise, maybe I'll just go ahead and record round 4 now. Yeah, I think this is probably good enough time to go ahead and cut it here. So yeah, here comes round 4 whenever this queue actually pops. Alright, here we go, round 4. We have an Olivia, we have a Vein Ripper. No way to cheat them in though, other than Dark Ritual. We'll give it a try. Insolent Neonate can block to start off. We're gonna start slow. Flooded Strand here. And yeah, so we're making a little crab here and investigating. How interesting. Lightning Bolt takes care of it. I can also just put a swamp in. I could go find my 3rd land, or I can just play a Neonate. And I can think about bolting something. Moonsnare Prototype. I'm curious as to what we're working with here. This seems to be artifacts. And they have a lot of artifacts for sure. So now what I can do is if I activate Neonate, discarding Olivia, I go Demonic Tutor for Reanimate, take Olivia back. Unfortunately, I don't get Vein Ripper, so maybe I just go ahead and take Vein Ripper for now. Alright. And we will resolve, drawing, finding that Blood Crypt. Perfect. So I can move to my turn here. We're going to go ahead and shock here in order to save on Dark Ritual costs. This will be a Demonic Tutor for Reanimate, which is here. And here is Reanimate paying 6 to get back our Vein Ripper. Alright. So if they want to target this, they're going to have to sack their crab, and I think I plan to just Lightning Bolt that pretty soon. They could just Swords to Plowshares it. Oh, nice. Okay, this is a really cool one. So Simulacrum Synthesizer is a card that I will be playing in a video coming to a YouTube inbox near you, but this is a very cool one to play with. In my case, I'll be playing it with Emry. There's a deck that I'm working on for this card. But yeah, when you play a bunch of artifacts, you can basically make a bunch of constructs, and the constructs get enormously large because you play so many artifacts. So we got our work cut out for us here. Let's go Raucous Theater here, and we will draw another Reanimate, I'd say. I want to Lightning Bolt this thing, make sure that their creature count is a little bit lower. And we drain them for 2, we get to hit for 6. And I think knowing that we're going to draw the Reanimate, I just put Olivia back down. We'll discard 1 and 2, since I think we're almost up to just being able to cast her straight up. And I could Reanimate now, or I'll wait. I think I'll wait. Especially because we don't have another creature other than Insolent Neonate, so. We can loop the Insolent Neonate, which is nice. I guess I'll do that next turn since we don't have the attack trigger. And we couldn't actually have done it this past turn. So they need to both play creature. Okay, so there's one thing that they can do. They will make a 9/9 here, which is absolutely scary. We can do nothing but really sit here currently. We'll activate going to 13. Getting a Surveil land, I think. Looking for something good to put into the graveyard. That unfortunately doesn't change what we're doing here, so I think I just go for Sorin, give Vein Ripper lifelink, and say... oh, actually, you know what? That really doesn't do anything. So I need to actually just give this thing lifelink and probably chill. Can't gain any life by attacking, so we'll save it back for a block. And we'll say go. I don't really want to put myself in death range with a reanimation just yet, but if I can connect with Vein Ripper, or if I think I'm going to be able to connect to Vein Ripper, this could be fine. So I'd like Sorin to die here. Maybe they just try to go play 4 things. 10. 11, but a little bit more. 12. Face down card is here, so we'd go to 1. They're going to take Sorin. I believe that's fine because we just go Reanimate next turn and we have lethal. Ah, lifelink, right, that's a term. We do need to go Reanimate now. I think I need to Faithless Looting, attempt to hit something that Olivia can bring back. We'll go Faithless Looting first, and we have to hit big here. Probably just another Vein Ripper is really all that we can hit. We hit Insolent Neonate and Blood Crypt. We'll get rid of a Reanimate, and this has to be a very sad Olivia Reanimate here. Alright, and so even if I were to attack, I think I am just getting bowled over, unfortunately. Olivia attacking basically means I only have 1 blocker, and so I can't attack with her, and we'll end up needing to have 2 cards. Or 2 blockers, that is. So they just hit with their 2 big guys. I'm forced to sacrifice everything, and we will be dead next turn. Unfortunate. Simulacrum Synthesizer is an absolute bonkers late game threat here. Comes down for only 3 mana, and you get a Scry 2 on the way in. Absolutely pushed card, but I think that this format getting stronger is not necessarily a bad thing. So I'm all for it. You'll see me playing the card on the channel very, very soon. Possibly even the next video, because I kind of want to record with it now. But I think as this round draws to a close, I'm going to probably just say I'm not blocking this next one. They're coming in for about 30, and it's looking like we're dead. Alrighty. And they're just showing us the extent that this deck can really go. We're not blocking this. I think this game is more or less over. We go down to about -30 here. Pretty gnarly. Very cool Simulacrum Synthesizer deck here. That brings us to the end of round 4. We have 1 final round left to go. I'll see you in round 5. Alright, 5th and final round. Let's go. We have no acceleration, sadly. Going to need to get luckier with these initial hands, unfortunately. We'll mulligan a little bit, looking for our combo, or one of the two of our combos. Mulligan. We have the Sorin here. That will get an Olivia, and we'll probably have tried to discard the Insolent Neonate somewhere along the way. I could also just work on these Raucous Theaters and potentially Fable, so I don't need the Insolent Neonate. We'll just try to get a Sorin in from hand. Alright. Raucous Theater, we are putting any large creature into the graveyard, which we actually just straight up find. A Dark Ritual off the top means that we get to go turn 2 here, which is definitely ahead of schedule. Frontier Viovac, we're playing Teamer, but also Teamer with white. So it's 4 color sans black. Oh no, they're actually just playing 5 color. Soul Search, alright. So we might get our hand invaded here at some point. I am not casting anything on turn 2, so the tap land is fine. I guess I could do the Bolt. We'll pass. And then next turn it's going to be an Olivia in the battlefield, plus our good friend the Vein Ripper. Pretty good 12 mana of stuff on turn 3. I think I'm going to probably just kill this. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We want to keep them off of their 5 color land, or their 5 color mana base. We'll go basic land here, Sorin in now, Sorin minus putting in Olivia. And we're off to the races. Let's attack in, get back Vein Ripper. There we go. There's 9 damage. Gonna be not quite a it's gonna be a 2-turn clock from here on out. But we'll be able to lifelink at 7 if they don't do anything to our board. Otherwise, it's gonna be Fable, and we get ready to reload. I realize that they are now playing 194 cards. Who knows what the heck is going on? It's about a 210 size deck here. Assimilation Aegis is a new card for me. Exile up to 1 creature. Well, they can't target Vein Ripper, thankfully, but they can target Olivia, which I believe means that Vein Ripper also goes away, sadly. So there's the 2-for-1 to match our 2-for-1, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and +1 on Sorin here. Polluted Delta can find our 3rd and final Surveil land, and then in like 2 turns, you basically can do the Sorin thing again, dropping in another Vein Ripper. I'm gonna just get the Surveil land now. I don't really see too much of a reason to wait. Another land, don't need it, we'll pass. Depending on our draw next turn, we may or may not discard the Vein Ripper, but currently I'm holding it for the Sorin activation. Sunrise Cavalier, alright. And Sleepcurse Fairy. So we're putting counters on stuff in this deck. How interesting. They'll attack here. Do I block? I'm not sure I block here. I think I am interested in blocking. No, I don't think I'm interested. We're going to make more mana and just hardcast this Vein Ripper, essentially. And perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can discard 1 thing here and be happy about it. Reanimate's also pretty good. So Reanimate gets me back nothing currently, but this Dark Ritual gets me out Vein Ripper. So that's great. We'll get in, make some mana. I could yoink their Elysian Caryatid, but I will not. Like in round 1, we are 1 turn away from being able to, or 1.5 turns away from Fable of the Mirror Breaker being able to copy Vein Ripper, which is good. Hinata Dawn Crown, Jeskai Kieran's Spirit. Their stuff casts for less, my things cast for more. I believe this Reanimate does target something in the graveyard, so would that cost 2? Is that what I'm led to believe? Honestly, I'm not so sure. We're going to Faithless Suiting here just in case we find something to hit with Reanimate. I'm going to discard 1, 2, keeping the Reanimate. We'll Faithless Suiting again, looking for the same sort of deal. We don't find it, so we pass. We will attack in with our big guy. They can't untap Sleepcurse Fairy just yet, so that's good. It is a 2-turn clock, and we're about to copy this very annoying creature next turn. Even if they sack in order to target my stuff. Oh, Niv-Mizzet Guild Pact. Alright, that does present a problem. They have attacked the Hinata. It does have Flying Trample, but it does not have Vigilance. They are tapped out. I think I take 7 here. 100% take 7 here. I think that they've just attacked into death. We do get to go Sorin here, but we're just going to activate on Vein Ripper, sending in the squad for exactly 6. I was going to say, I don't think that has lifelink. We are in here for the win. So Acceleration with Sorin and Reanimate. Poetically enough, those are the last 2 cards in hand here at the end of round 5. Hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at this one with me here today. It was relatively quick just because these combos are so fast themselves. Reanimate being such a nuts card here, really uplifting the timeless format. I'm really excited to play with this. I really do hope that the format doesn't roar too much around this. I hope that other archetypes will still continue to be viable. But for the meantime, this is some new and exciting spice that I've been happy to explore. And it's great to see another combo in Sorin coming back and seeing the light of day as well. With that being said, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Make sure to like and comment, helps me with the algorithm, and subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With that being said, that is all from me, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.